Go. Hi, everybody. I have with me like a wonderful, beautiful soul, Kellie J. Wright of Internal Journeys. Hi, Kellie. How are you?
I'm doing well, Andrew. How are you doing today?
The great day in Ireland here today. So tell me, what do you do?
I am a self-love transformation guide. I,
And what do you do? What does that,
yeah,
what does it?
right? It really does encompass that. What do you do? As a self-love transformation guide, I help people who are looking for change in their life. They feel something deep within, like there's more to life, or there's something that they can't quite reach. If you are circling in patterns and you have a dream ahead of you, and you just can't seem to break through, or you get so close, but then every time something happens, rug gets pulled out from under you, lightning strikes, life happens, right? And so what I do is I help people take a slow down look at life, like the life before. We look back in time to figure out what's created these triggers and blocks that keep us circling and attracting, not making it to reach our goals. We do create our very world. And so we're the ones creating, not being able to reach our goals or to do the things that we're dreaming.
Yeah, and I had the same conversation over the weekend with a group of women. And you know what comes out, like when you talk to people that are near death, right? What they always tell you is like, I wish I would have stressed less, and I would have enjoyed life more and loved myself more and do more of what I really, really love, like to do, right? So is that what you want to avoid?
It's truly a part of that because I believe we only live in the now and we create our life and our joy in that moment. So if we are eluding that joy in the now, always future tripping, thinking about the present, or worrying about things that didn't go the way we wanted them to in the past, or may have expectations that weren't met, then we never truly in our now experiencing joy. And that really is truly how you get to that, lovely place one day we're all going to go, which is our deathbed. I do look
Yeah.
at that as a part of the journey, so it's not a bad thing. But when we get there, we want to be able to go and go, yes, I loved, I was loved.
Exactly. So usually us coaches, right, we do those things because we have our own story. What is yours?
My story I've learned is not as important as the adjustments in the transformation work. I chose a long time ago to not beat up my story. So I share it when it comes up in spirit-led conversations like you asked me. So I'll share what comes to mind. But I really was a woman who grew up like most, children in the United States of America. I mean, divorce is a big thing. So I grew up in divorce. I perceived abandonment issues that I worsened over time, um, and to my own debilitation, right? I was the one who made everything in my life worse by shaming myself, blaming myself. And the coping mechanisms that I used were the ones that were around me. I was inspired by the life where I was, and I lived a great life, but I could never get past the things that were holding me back. I would get so close, and like I said, I have a great life. I have 20 years in construction and real estate development. I worked in mortgage industry, escrow. I was a part of the .com. I have great friends that are artists, musicians, DJs, people that work with children. I just have this great life, but there were so many things, there was so much pain inside that I had created that was holding me back. I could not free myself from it, and I knew that there was a way to do it, so I had to figure it out. And I did, and I created this process that I now teach and guide others. Every woman's different. I also work with men, but every woman is different, and we all grow up through our own different journeys here, the who we came to be. So I look at nothing as shameful, but as a place that we're supposed to go learn through. It's like this divine conquest to go seeking through the things that happen, to go, aha, it's my birthright to figure out how I created this so I could free myself, and then you get to level up, right? And
Yeah.
so it's fun. Yeah.
So you had a corporate career, right, and then made that huge move. How long did that take? Well, tell me a little bit about what was the thought process. What were the and what were the main obstacles that you faced making that decision? Not just make the decision, but also make that move, right?
It's going to look different on everyone. Some people are introverted, some people are extroverted, but I think that we all have a desire to do something more than we're doing, unless we've already created that, perfect dream. And so what for me was this constant reevaluating of everything I was doing was fun. I enjoyed it. It was knowledgeable. I learned so much. I would never trade it because it really did set the precipice for me to create my own company. If I wouldn't have worked around all these executives and people that took me under their wing to coach me, teach me about business, to watch how you build a building from the ground up, how you demolish one and rebuild a new one. All these things really are metaphors for transformation work. Yeah. So really, I don't ever shame my past. And I think the corporate world is truly needed. But if you have a desire to reach out and spread your wings, there are ways to do that and create an income and provide a lifestyle that's meaningful. Everyone has a right to shine bright in the hues of their own intentions. We need to figure out what they were. Mine were, I started making mistakes. I started not wanting to get up in the morning. You do when you're young, you're so excited. You want to get up and you're like just happy to go to work and be with your coworkers and you like it. You go golfing at the golf tournaments and you have this whole community, but it wasn't enough for me. I didn't have a family life because I was married and divorced, really quickly in my 20s. And so I didn't have that extra, that balancing act to keep me preoccupied per se. So my other part of my mind was going, well, what else could we be doing? What else can we be doing? Where's our joy, right? I didn't have a husband or children to raise. And so the joy really wasn't coming through the income. I could never make more than I needed. I didn't have any financial sense. So that wasn't something I had learned yet. So I was never, I was always alone and never had more money than I needed. And that was really the catalyst.
Yeah. So tell me about that. Because that usually like the first obstacle that I hear from women say, I would like to do something that makes a difference, but how am I going to pay my bills?
Exactly. Right? Exactly. If you don't ask that, and you're watching this video, write that down because it's really important and it will save you years of frustration because what I've learned in my transformation work is, yes, we have to get the mind right so we can, free our heart and be who we came to be. But a huge part of that is really in the material world, the matter world, is to have money and wealth so that we can become philanthropists. Because any woman or man that is wanting to do something that matters, I think at the heart of that is philanthropy. But we can't be philanthropists without money. It doesn't work. We can support them and we can volunteer, but we'll never still reach that catalyst of freedom, which truly is the true quest at a spiritual transformation journey. I call it soul free. It's personal freedom, and that has nothing to do with money, but it is everything to do with it. And so it's something that we're not taught if we don't know. Everyone's taught in different spectrums from where they grow up. And that's a beautiful thing. There's so much to learn. We can never get bored. So if you're not happy, that's the part where you get stuck in that circle and people work with me, or people like you, to help them because we've done it, or we have that knowledge that they're seeking if they should so look, right?
Yeah. So what was your aha moment to say, okay, I know it's going to be tough. I know that there are like real world problems like paying your bills, right? So what was that aha moment that that's what I want to do? Now I got it, and now I take that plunge into the cold water and learn how to swim.
Well, I always knew that I was going to do this, so I had a little bit of a leg up, to say. I wasn't sure when the rubber would meet the road, but I did know where I was going. So that was one part. Knowing that also can be a detriment because then you might just take your time waddling around. Oh, I know I'm going to do this. You never execute, right? The aha moment when I really went fully into my spiritual journey and transformation work, which was spiritual psychology, really, was when I always say I fell to my knees again, asking for help, asking God. I needed a way through. I got as far as I could on my own, and there were blocks, and I didn't want to be in another failed relationship. I didn't want to keep circling around with not enough money to create the life I want.
Right.
I knew that I had this idea of me, and there was a version of me, and then that there was this person I was being, and they weren't in alignment. I call that mind, body, and soul. And so for me to bring those to fruition, I had to get to work really quick, and I asked the right question finally. realized I was the only constant in my whole life, and that I created everything, not just my failed relationships, but the relationships with my family, my friends, my money, my community, my animals, anything I touched, I'm in relation to. And so I get spirit chills talking about it. That was the catalyst. That was my aha moment, because when that happened, I wrote the book that walked my mind through itself, and it's what I teach from now.
Yeah. So what do you teach, and what services do you provide, and how do you help your clients achieve the same results and happiness and spirituality?
It all comes back to self-love. It comes to love. Everything will go back to love. And that's the interesting part, because people, when they're in pain, they don't naturally know. I didn't know that what we were seeking was love, because we're protecting ourselves from pain, which is what hurt us, love, because we didn't understand how to have a relationship with it. So when someone's seeking change, they don't hear love being that change. It doesn't click. So self-love is what's going to help be that catalyst. I wrote something down. Fear's not enough, right? We need more information, and we need support. Fear is a judgment. So anytime we feel that urge to make a change, fear will come in, because we're afraid of being judged. We're afraid of things changing, and then we won't have control. We're going to lose control. But the truth is, what are we really controlling anyways? But a circle we're circling in. But that can be more comfortable than the pain of not knowing. And until the pain of not knowing is exceeded the pain of the comfort of circling, we won't bridge that gap or distance.
So how do people work with you? Do they come to your office? Do they do it via Zoom or Skype or phone? And how can I imagine that?
I'm living proof that you can create a life that you want by design. I'm still working on the fruition of the full bloom, but the first part was to work independently through the internet and on my phone. So luckily, the process I created provides that. I work with my clients over the phone. I work worldwide. I only work with 12 clients at a time. We're on a journey, and it's an important journey.
Awesome. So how do people get in touch with you?
They reach out to me at my phone number, 909-273-9600.
And we're going to put this in the comment box, or you can do that later yourself.
And they can look for me on Facebook, Kellie J. Wright, or www.internaljourneys. That's INTERNALJOURNEYS.com. That's my
And it's
website.
going to be in the comments box wherever you are, either there or there. You will see it. Yeah, good.
I have an email, kelliej@internaljourneys.com. Anybody can reach out to me and find me. I'm all over the internet because I've been living and growing out loud for 6 years. I have 6 years of content all out there. So if you're looking for blogs, videos, vlogs, Instagram, you can find I have a whole story that, on Instagram is a great way to earmark your journey. So I'm out there. I'm reachable. I really do believe in spirit-led connection. So if you feel that pull, call and ask. Spiritual transformation work, changing your life to provide meaning to it can look like a lot of different things. And so what that will do is it'll tell that monkey mind too much, and it'll shut down and you'll walk away. But just remember that each time you do that, it's less time you really get to do what you want, which is, be who you came to be. And that could be anything: a better mom, a better wife, husband, a better teacher. You could go out and become a philanthropist, right? Make a lot of money so you can give it back. You can donate. All the things that make you want to get up in the morning and be in joy.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Kellie. And I'll see you on the other side soon.
Yeah, definitely. I love Ireland, so I've been there a couple times. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.